Sharon, I will tell you, you were one of my first pandemic lockdown interviews. So it's funny, we're talking about this with this movie for military wives. And James, my man, my bro, good to see you, dude. How are you?
You too. Good. You?
I'm doing great. And I'll start off with a funny story. I actually took my first plane ride in a year and a half this past Monday. I flew to Dallas to talk to the cast of Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Sharon, you know that movie? I was with
I
Jonathan,
sure
Max,
do.
and Lauren.
Yeah, you were talking to Max and to Jonathan.
And Lauren was there. And
Oh,
great film.
oh,
Great
thank
film.
you.
You are amazing in that movie. But I will tell you, getting on the plane to bring it back together, I was dressed like Artie in your movie when I got on the plane with the mask and the shield.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it was something, it was crazy. All right. James, I'm going to start with you. I want to talk about the fact that this movie, when you guys look at the camera, I'm not trying to ruin anything here, but it's almost like watching a stage play. What different acting experience was this for you to do this particular film?
It's easier. Acting wise, it's easier. Energy wise, it was difficult because there's a lot of sweat, acting sweat, I guess. But performance wise, it's easier because it's a really good script. It's really well written. Yes, we say 1,000 gazillion lines every 2 minutes, but they're all really good lines. They're all really well written, and so it just comes. And yeah, we had to work on it real hard, and we rehearsed for weeks. We had to find it, but when you found it, it just comes and it just rattles along and it propels itself. And it's my favorite kind of acting when you get to talk to somebody off camera, like your fellow actor, and the camera's there, or when you get to just do that and talk to the audience. It makes such a difference. And my favorite kind of acting is just chatting to the audience or chatting to your fellow performer when it's that simple. And you go, geez, all we need to do for 90 minutes is talk because the writing is that good. Then you can be really, really simple with what you're doing, and yet it's still compelling for the audience. So yeah, I'd say this is my favorite kind of thing to do.
Sharon, same question for you because I'll be honest, when I forgot who it was that I noticed looked at the camera first, and my mom and I watched it together. I said, "Oh, look, they just messed up." Even though it's a movie and I know it was written to the story, I get it, but it was just unusual for me to see that. How did it feel for you as far as a different acting experience, Sharon?
Oh, it was a completely different acting experience. I don't think I've done that before. Like I suppose I just wanted to make sure that it felt, as sort of right and natural as the rest of it did. So I remember having this sort of worry that when people turned it on first, would they be freaked out by us? And it was like I was just interested in how quick we could make them forget about that and just involve them in our lives and this story and this sort of argument that we're having. And then and I was really happy that you do forget about it really, really quickly. You forget about it, and it's just, you're just deeply involved. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun way to communicate, and something I hadn't done before.
I love it. All right, James, I'm going to close with this question. It's set in the pandemic, but it's not really a COVID movie. Am I right when I say that?
I mean, it is about the pandemic. It is about COVID. It is about the loss of loved ones to COVID, but it's also about two people living together. It's also about how hard it is to be in a relationship, how hard it is to love, how hard it is to bring up a child, how amazing it is to love, how amazing it is to bring up a child. But I think it's about how when you think things are the darkest they can possibly be, that there is still light there and there is still love there. And that maybe that's the micro to the COVID's macro. I don't know, but it is about the pandemic, and it's also just about these two specific people. And because it's just about it's very specific about these two people. It also manages to be universal. And even if your life wasn't exactly like this through the pandemic, even if you didn't live in England, even if you weren't middle class, but like these two people are, like, there's just so much that you can connect with that everybody understands and everybody's been through, just on a relationship level or on a recent geopolitical, socio-pandemic level. And so it's basically, what I'm saying is it's all things to all people at all times. I mean, what more can you ask for, man?
Amen to that. Listen, you both stay safe. Seriously, man, great to see you both. I can't wait to get into 12 minutes. I'm so excited about that. And yeah, man, you both take care and be safe.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Seriously. Sharon, great to see you. Okay. Take care, James. Bye, buddy.
Take care.
Bye bye.